Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call Haloyim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Badash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the Akim that are pushing his word throughout the four corners of the earth in all truth and sincerity. Our Lord willing, this reaches the ears of the hopeful elect. It's your brother Kazak coming at you once again with another quick hit lesson in transit. Lord willing is edifying. All right, so the spirit hopped on me because being in this truth, man, you gotta have balance, man. And I say that to say, you go so hard, all the time, man. You can wear yourself out, man. Wear yourself thin. Okay, and having balance in this thing is important. You can't be too in the world, because you still got to do the will of the Lord. Okay, you still got to study, you still got to read. Okay, you still got to upload lessons. But the Lord, for those who love and trust in him, man, he gives you a balance. Now your main focus really should be in the truth, but let me just let me get that, because too much study could be weariness of the flesh, and I'm just kind of rolling through the spirit right now, but I'm gonna get make the point of this lesson. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 12. And further, by these, my son, be admonished of making many books. There is no end, and much study is a weariness of the flesh. So and that's when a false scripture say a false balance is an abomination. And then unto the Lord, and he is a power of balance. But I say all that to say because as of late, man, I don't the game of roulette comes to mind, and I got the little app on my phone, and I'll be playing roulette, and it really it's a gamble, man. You see, it's a gamble, and you got a chance of winning and you have a chance of losing. Okay, and you got the double zero and the zero. That's pretty much where the house would take their winnings, possibly just to keep that balance. Okay, but it's a risky game. Okay, it's very risky. The risk to reward, it can vary a lot. Okay, and it's a lot of strategy that goes into it. All right, different systems, different things to go about winning. Okay, now I wanna tie this into the truth, and with the being serving the Lord. Okay, because this can be a game of roulette. Okay, not a game, but just for the sake of the the video and the lesson, this truth can be symbolic or to a game of roulette, man. Because it can be very rewarding or it could be detrimental. You can be up and then you get greedy and you do too much, you push too hard, and you may lose it. Okay, but one thing to say though is that you place your bets on Yahweh Shem Shai, man, you'll never lose. Okay? But if you place your bets in the world, you lose every time. Okay? And that's what a lot of our people do. Their bets are placed in the world, thinking that the things of this world, you know, false hopes and dreams, okay, you know, them preparing for you know, or trying to prepare rather for, you know, their Fortune 500 businesses, okay, preparing for their college, their children's college tuition, you know, their so-called education, all right, planning, you know, having a dream of being able to buy that dream home or that dream car, or find that dream, you know, wife, or for the sisters, the husband. Okay, this is what our people have put their faith and their trust in. They're gambling and putting their bets in the world, and they're going to lose every single time. All right, and I want to get that in Sirach, the 34th chapter. Sirach 34, and I start at the top, verse 1. The hopes of a man void of understanding are vain and false, and dreams lift up fools. You see, you know, they're dreaming of all these different things that's not going to profit them in the long run. The only thing that's really going to profit you is Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. The hopes of a man void of understanding, and these people lack understanding, man. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. It talks about how, you know, it also goes into having, you know, fear of the Lord, you know, you gain wisdom or understanding as well. You know, or just like when you depart from evil, you get understanding. Okay? And because you depart from evil is because you fear the Lord. So essentially it all ties together, man. And these people don't have understanding. They don't understand the reason why we're in the condition that we're in servitude to the Edomites and the rest of these heathens. They don't understand the prophecies that are actually taking place. You know, the wars and the rumors of wars, these plagues and pestilence. They don't understand the cause of all these things, man. But they were sent. The scriptures talk about how they were sent. You know, these scourges were sent. You know, for these are scourges for amendment. Okay, which means, you know. And this is the Lord. This is the way the Lord is showing you mercy, man, because He's sending all these things ultimately to draw you back to Him and get you to repent, man, and wash yourself, you know, of the filth from being in this you know, detest world, man. Okay, but they're putting all their faith and trust in the American, so-called American dream, man. All right, but that's non-existent. That doesn't exist for the Israelites, man. You see, we're on punishment, and we have to serve our punishment until Yahweh Shai comes cracking those clouds, man. All right, reading on, verse 2: Whoso regardeth dreams is like him that catcheth at a shadow and followeth after the wind. You see, those who go after these dreams, okay, these so-called, you know, dreams. You know, not knowing that all man's goings are of the way of the Lord, you know. So, you know, there was, you know, back when I was in the world, you know, or it's like, yeah, let me rephrase that, because I mean, technically, yeah, I was back in the world before I came into this truth, but being in that Christian church, you know, they would always say, what was it they're saying? Oh, you try to make plans, but the Lord, you know, the Lord is sitting back laughing at you, or something along those lines. Okay, but it's actually kind of true, man. You know, when you setting up your so-called your so-called life, all right, you trying to set yourself up for the next thing, progressing in this world, all right, the Lord is sitting back like just probably just laughing, man, because they void understanding. You see, they don't have the understanding of the Lord, man. They don't have the understanding of these scriptures. Okay. And it says, who regarded dreams is like him that catches the shadow and follow after the wind. You can't grab onto your shadow. You can't chase after the wind. The wind is constantly flowing. It's constantly moving. You can't grab hold of the wind, nor your shadow. It don't make sense. And that's the same, logic when it comes to, chasing after these dreams, man. Look what happened to MLK, man, when he was like, I have a dream. Those were false dreams, man. You see? Reading on, verse 3, the visions of dreams is the resemblance of one thing to another, even as the likeness of face to a face. Of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed? And from that thing which is false, what truth can come? Divination and soothsayings and dreams are vain, and the heart fancieth as a woman's heart in travail. You see, the scriptures go into talking about how the heart is deceitful above all things. All right, and this is what this is with their heart or their mind. This is what they fantasize of. This is what they dream about. This is what they contemplate. This is people in the, in the world, man, that's into that witchcraft and that sorcery, that divination that it speaks of. They talk about manifestation, speak to the universe and things of that nature, man. Speak positivity into the universe, and you're gonna attract all these. You're gonna attract money. You're gonna attract that significant other. You're gonna attract that job promotion. That's what these people do, man. You see? But that's going completely off. Verse 6, if they be not sent from the Most High in thy visitation, set not thy heart upon them. You see? So, hey, if the Lord isn't giving you these things, pretty much what it's saying is don't set your mind on, don't be occupied in these things. All right? If he's not giving it to you, it's because the Lord don't want you to have it, man. In all actuality, the Lord could be protecting you from something that comes along with that. He gives you, say you would you put in for the lottery, right? You win, let's just say $30 million. Or the stakes are at $30 million, and you over here thinking, oh, you already got it in your mind, hey, I won it because I'm gonna speak positive about it. I won that. Nah, man, because the Lord, he could be protecting you from something that could potentially happen. You can get that $30 million and run it up, and then you go bankrupt, or you collect all this debt, or you get pop, what I'm saying? It's because somebody know you and they see that you won, and so they gonna come out. You got a target on your back, okay? Or something tragic could happen to you and you can't even enjoy the $30 million. You see, it's so many different avenues that the Lord, he's protecting people, and that's even mercy in itself. Protecting you from things that you don't even know what can come from it. It says, if they be not sent from the Most High in thy visitation, set not thy heart upon them. Don't be setting your mind upon these things, man. If anything, you should set your mind upon the Lord, seeking him. Verse 7, for dreams have deceived many, and they have failed and put their trust in them. You see, they've all failed, man, miserably, because they're putting their bets. They're playing a game of roulette in between the Lord and the world. And they, and they fail every single time. They lose every single time, man. All right. But for us, man, this is what we're to do. This is this is it. This is Psalm 2, and I'll start at verse 10. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings, be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Serve the Lord Yahweh with fear, and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and he perish from the way. When his wrath is kindled but a little, blessed are all they that put their trust in him. You see? So we're to put our trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? We put all our bets, we placing all our bets on the Lord, man. Because at the end of this thing, we're gonna win, man. The victory is already ours, man. Hey, Lord willing, you know, we're of that number. Okay, but the victory, we already got the victory. You see? We already know the outcome of this thing, man. So it's like, if you already know the outcome of this thing, why not put all your winnings, put all your bets on him? It's as simple as that. You see? And I'm gonna close out with this in Joshua, the 24th chapter, in verse 14. Now therefore fear the Lord Yahweh, and serve him in sincerity and in truth. Okay? We're to serve the Lord, man. Simple as that. The whole duty of man is to keep his commandments and serve the Lord, man. And put away the gods which your father served on the other side of the flood and in Egypt, and serve ye the Lord. Okay? You got all our people in that Muslim, that Kemet nonsense. Okay? People, you know, our people rocking the damn eye. What's that? The Horus eye or the All-Seeing eye or whatever. Okay? Serving, modern day Egypt, which is here Babylon. All right? You see? The eagle, all these different things, man. It says put away those gods and serve him only. Because, hey, the Lord is a jealous God, man. He is a jealous power. All right? That's, man, look at it like if you had a woman, you don't want no other man eyeing your woman down, looking at her like a piece of meat. Or if she's over here entertaining another man in front of you, that's gonna piss you off, man. And don't the Lord, he sees us as, as Israel as a comely, delicate woman, man. We're his woman, and he is jealous for us, man. And then what happens when, let me get that real quick. Salakia. It talks about that in Proverbs 6 and verse 34. For jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. You see? For jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. And what you think the Lord is going to do, man? He ain't going, for those who didn't come back to him and who still with that other nigga, man, which is Babylon, okay, which is Esau, he not gonna spare in the day of vengeance, man. You see? And that's a fearful thing, man. That's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. All right? But our people so damn stupid and so wicked, committing all this adultery. Hey, man, they gonna get what they deserve, man. Going back to Joshua 24 and verse 15 now. And if it seem evil unto you, serve the Lord. So going back to, putting away those other gods, but it says, and if it seem evil unto you it says, and if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose ye this day whom ye will serve. Okay? Because that happened, man. Let me see. Yep. Yep. Because this happened with Elijah. Let me get it real quick, and I'm gonna come back to that. 1 Kings 18 and 21. And Elijah came unto all the people and said, how long halt ye between two opinions? If the Lord be God, follow him. But if Baal, then follow him. And the people answered him not a word. Then said Elijah unto the people, I, even I only, remain a prophet of the Lord. But Baal's prophets are 450 men. Let them therefore give us 2 bullocks, and let them choose 1 bullock for themselves, and cut it in pieces, and lay it on the wood, and put no fire under. And I will dress the other bullock, and lay it on wood, and put no fire under. And ye call upon the name of your gods, and I will call on the name of the Lord Yahweh, and the Most High, that, or Slakia, and the God that answereth by fire, let him be God. And all the people answered and said, it is well spoken. And Elijah said to the prophets of Baal, choose ye 1 bullock for yourselves, and dress it. First ye that are many, call upon the name of your gods, and put no fire under. It says, and they took the bullock which was given them, and they dressed it, and called on the name of Baal from morning even until noon, saying, Baal, hear us. But there was no voice, nor any that answered, and they leaped upon the altar which was made. It came to pass at noon that Elijah mocked them, and said, cry aloud, for he is a god. Either he is talking, or he is pursuing, or he is in a journey, or peradventure he sleepeth and must be awakened. Hey, so Elijah was clowning them. You see? That's funny, man. And they cried aloud and cut themselves after their manner with knives and lances, till the blood gushed out upon them. And it came to pass when midday was past, and they prophesied until the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice. There was neither voice nor any to answer, nor any that regardeth. And Elijah said unto all the people, come near unto me. And all the people came near unto him, and be repaired. The altar of the Lord was broken down. And Elijah took 12 stones, according to the number of the tribes of the sons of Jacob, unto whom the Lord came, saying, Israel shall be thy name. And with the stones he built an altar in the name of the Lord, and he made a trench about the altar as great as it would contain 2 measures of seed. And he put the wood in order, and cut the bullock in pieces, and laid him on the wood, and said, fill 4 barrels with water, and pour it on the burnt sacrifice and on the wood. And he said, do it the 2nd time. And they did it the 2nd time. He said, do it the 3rd time. And they did it the 3rd time. And the water ran about the altar, and he became filled with the trench, also with water. And it came to pass at the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice, that Elijah the prophet came near, and said, Lord, power of Abraham, Isaac, and of Israel, let it be known this day that thou art God in Israel, and that I am thy servant, and that I have done all these things at thy word. Hear me, O Lord, hear me, that this people may know that thou art the Lord power, and that thou hast turned their heart back again. Then the fire of the Lord fell and consumed the burnt sacrifice, and the food, and the stones, and the dust, and licked up the water that was in the trench. When all the people saw it, they fell on their faces, and they said, the Lord, he is the God. The Lord, he is the God. The Lord, he is the God. You see? Yep. You see? So, hey, Elijah, he was like pretty much telling them, hey, you call upon your gods, and I'm gonna call upon mine. We're gonna see who answer, man. All right. Going back to Joshua 24 and 15, it says, and if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose ye this day whom you will serve. Who you gonna serve? You gonna serve the Lord, the God of the universe, or you gonna serve these these so-called gods, man, that was made for these other nations, okay, that has no profit, no benefit to it. All right, or you gonna put your bets on them, on the world. It says, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. You see, because we put our trust on the Lord, man. We banking all on the Lord. We're putting all our bets on the Lord, man. Because we through the Spirit, we already know the outcome of this thing, man. And we already won. All right, Lord willing, I'm of that number. All right, so hey, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right, hey, but this is like roulette, man. Okay, you can't be, you know, teeter-tottering back and forth, man. All right, because if the Lord catch you slipping, man, he could easily cut you off, man. All right, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. And in closing, I want to give an honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. And until next time, Shalom.